The early 2000s saw the UK police, fire and ambulance radio services migrate to a new digital system known as Tetra Airwave. It's always been a closed network that has never been breached, meaning nobody except somebody with a police radio has ever been able to eavesdrop. I've covered this topic in many other videos which I'll link below and at the end. However, due to the work of a small group of researchers in the Netherlands, some serious flaws have been found in the security of Tetra, including an intentional backdoor. So, does this mean we can finally listen to the UK police, and indeed the police forces of the many other countries using Tetra? Let's take a look at the detail. Tetra and Airwave are thrown around quite a lot when it comes to the UK's emergency service radio system, so I'll explain these two names first. Tetra, or terrestrial trunked radio, is a digital radio standard that was developed in 1995. Airwave is the UK government's Tetra network that operates like a cross between a mobile phone network and a conventional two-way radio system. Airwave was established in 2000 by British Telecom as BT Airwave after BT Airwave and BT Quadrant secured a contract worth £2.5 billion from the UK Home Office to supply a radio system for the country's emergency services. BT Airwave was part of the BT Wireless division, which was detached from BT itself in 2002 and became part of O2 under the name Airwave O2 Limited or O2 Airwave. In April of 2007, Airwave was acquired by two Macquarie Group investment funds for £1.9 billion, and on December 3, 2015, the company was bought up by Motorola Solutions for £817 million and now operates as a wholly owned subsidiary. The switchover from the old unencrypted analog radio system to Tetra Airwave marked the end of police radio monitoring in the UK. The so-called backdoor in Tetra is nothing new to the companies that sold the technology. It lies within an encryption algorithm built into radios sold for commercial use, not just in the police services, but also in critical infrastructure. It's used to send encrypted data and commands in applications such as pipelines, railways, the electricity grid, mass transit and trains, and can potentially allow somebody to eavesdrop on these users and send commands to the radios that could trigger blackouts, halt gas pipeline flows, or reroute trains. These researchers found another vulnerability in the systems that are sold exclusively to police forces, prison personnel, the military, intelligence agencies and emergency services, such as the C2000 communication system used by the Dutch police, fire brigades, ambulance services and Ministry of Defence for mission-critical voice and data communications. This flaw could enable someone to decrypt encrypted voice and data communications and cause havoc on the system. Three Dutch security analysts discovered 5 of these vulnerabilities in total, and although the standard has been used in radios since the 1990s, the flaws remained undetected because encryption algorithms used in Tetra were kept secret until now. The Tetra vulnerabilities, which the researchers are calling TetraBurst, were discovered back in 2021, but they agreed not to disclose them publicly until radio manufacturers could create patches and mitigations. Not all of these issues can be fixed with a patch, however, and it's not clear which manufacturers have prepared them for customers, but Motorola, Hytera, Supura and DAM Cellular are the most common manufacturers of Tetra-based radio systems. The researchers say that anyone using radio technologies should check with their manufacturer to determine if their devices are using Tetra and what fixes or mitigations are available. While anyone can use Tetra, the encryption algorithms are only available with a signed non-disclosure agreement to trusted parties, such as radio manufacturers. The vendors have to include protections in their products to make it difficult for anyone to extract the algorithms and analyze them. To obtain the algorithms, the researchers purchased a Motorola MTM 5400 and spent 4 months locating and extracting the algorithms from the secure enclave in the radio's firmware. They had to use a number of zero-day exploits to defeat Motorola's protections, which they reported to Motorola themselves so that they could fix them. Once they reverse-engineered the algorithms, the first vulnerability they found was the backdoor in TEA1. All four Tetra encryption algorithms use 80-bit keys, which still provide sufficient security to prevent somebody from cracking them. However, TEA1 has a feature that reduces its key length to just 32 bits, and the researchers were able to crack it in less than a minute, using a standard laptop and just 4 ciphertexts. The researchers plan to present their findings next month at the Black Hat Security Conference in Las Vegas, when they'll release detailed technical analysis as well as the secret Tetra encryption algorithms that have been unavailable to the public until now. So, does this mean we can listen to the UK emergency services anytime soon? Unfortunately, no. There's no way on earth that the Home Office would allow the lid to be blown off the Tetra airwave system so that anybody could tune in. It is an exciting thought, though. I'd suspect that, like many other governments that employ Tetra, they'll already be working with their suppliers to implement patches and additional security measures as we speak.